This is the north side of the garage, and if you can see the roof, it has a giant tarp that has been placed on it and secured. It's got to go eventually, but we need to fix this wall. If you look at the bottom here, it's very rotten. There's been a lot of water collecting in this area, and there's not much holding this area together, and the windows need to be replaced. They're not installed correctly. Very old school. So we come around and look at the door. This door is one of those piano hinged bifold doors. They're not great. And this is the area I call the lean-to. It's added to the shop. It has a lean-to roof. There's a shelf there that I'm storing some tools on at the moment. But this floor is very rotten. And the electrical is a mystery. I'm going to basically just cut all the wires and have an electrician come out and replace all of this, because it's scary. So for the last month, I've just been using this as storage, but now it's time to get serious and move things around. So if we walk through this doorway, we're in the workshop. And the workshop needs work also. The first thing we did was build a couple of workbenches. This is going to be my fabricating workbench, where I put stuff together. And opposite it, we just finished building the miter saw cutting station. There's going to be more work done. I'm going to close in these bottom spots and make it into storage. But for now, so we can do the big job, it's ready to go. So, and I've got this old saw. This is a radial arm saw that needs a bit of work, along with a deck for cutting on. But I'm glad to have it. So we have two chop saw stations at the moment. Very beneficial. As of yesterday, we used both of them. We had this one set up on an angle cut, and this one set up on a straight cut, because if we go around the building to the side here, we built these two temporary support walls. Just out of 2x4s secured underneath the eaves, and they will be, because today and the rest of this week we are going to demolition, starting off with this very nasty, rotten, smelly floor. And when we look at it, it looks like the floor is just resting directly on the ground. There's no gaps, so this wood is right on the floor, on the ground. So this spot here, I don't know if you can see it because of the light, is where a stump was sitting on a chopping block. Very rotten, full of ants. We got rid of that yesterday. So the next thing to do today is we're going to remove this shelf. I'm just going to take it down. It's just screwed into the wall. Take it down and put it aside. And then it's time to probably take the lower covering off the wall and see what kind of structure's behind there, and start taking out all this nasty flooring. We're not touching this side of the building yet. It's structurally fairly sound. Doesn't look real great just yet, but it's not bad. And one of the bonuses, my neighbor came over and we took a look at this very nasty looking electrical setup that's in here. And what I've done is I've actually run an extension cord from the house. It connects here, and this powers up all the outlets here and here, one over here, and it also gives me an actual fluorescent light in the shop side. So that's actually really good to know. It's not the best setup, but it's going to work for now until I get things the way I want them. Alright, so my truck, as you can see, is backed up to the door. I'm getting ready to start the demolition process. I'll check back in with you in a little bit. Go to the dump. And there's more down here that has to get picked up. This is not a concrete floor. Not that I expected it. What it is sand. Packed sand under poly plastic. That was the foundation. And all the ants are gone. All the rotten flooring is gone. My next job to do will be to actually tear into this wall, which I've already started, remove all the nasty stuff from behind it, and basically cut back all of these 2x4s so I can work underneath it at the base where the bottom plates of the stud walls will overlap my new flooring that I'm going to be putting in tomorrow. So this was very nasty work today. A lot of little surprises. A very large colony of ants, carpenter ants I believe, maybe some sugar ants, but they were pretty big. And yeah, my neighbor told me he has some windows, old but in better shape than these two old barn windows that he's going to give me. Nothing fancy, but probably in a lot better shape than these ones. There's a lot of dry rot. You see, this whole wall. Look at that. This whole wall just moves on its own. So it's next. Alright. We've had a rainstorm today, and because of the tarp on the roof, it's actually very dry in here now. So that's a good thing. The tarp is temporary. Again, I have a neighbor who's going to come and help me rebuild the roof at a later date. Alright, that's it for now.